What used to be a pretty common occurrence has become pretty rare for Lorain County boys basketball teams. The Lorain Titans surprised everyone but themselves in qualifying for the Division I Final Four this weekend in Columbus. The Titans, 22-5, will take on favored and number 2 ranked Cincinnati Moeller, 25-3, on Friday. That shouldn't scare Lorain. The Titans already beat the state's 8th and 5th ranked teams, Lakewood St. Edward and Toledo St. John's Jesuit, in the regional last week. In fact, Lorain has history on its side. Way back in 1923, when the Ohio High School Athletic Association first sponsored a state tournament, the first champion was none other than Lorain High. Lorain, coached by A.W. Collins, was part of a 16-team field for the state tournament, played at the Ohio State University gym for the semifinals and the Fairgrounds Coliseum for the final. It was probably the reason sports writers still refer to the Sweet 16. Lorain, known as the Lavenders back then, won the semifinal over Alliance 19-11, and the finals over Bellevue 15-14, in a game in which Lorain scored the only 7 points in the fourth quarter. The stars of the team were Howard Ross and Albert Grundau. Lorain was 22-2, avenging one of its losses against Bellevue. There were 2 classes originally, A for the bigger schools and B for smaller schools, and the finals have been played at many venues over the years. The Titans are the 20th Lorain County boys teams to reach the Final Four, but none since Open Door made it in Division IV in 2003 under Alan Januzzi. The Patriots, led by Torrey Davis, pulled a couple of upsets to make it to Columbus, then lost 72-47 in the semifinals to eventual champ Maria Stein Marion Local. Oberlin's early rise. Oberlin has won 2 state titles, in 1926 and 1986. The 26 team, coached by Lars Wagner, defeated NA 35-23 in the semifinals and Miamisburg 32-13 in the final. The tournament field included 8 schools. Oberlin was in the Final Four 3 straight years beginning in 1925, losing in the championship twice. Gerald Gaines, who became an outstanding tennis player in Lorain County, led the way for Oberlin. 1960 and 70s. Elyria High holds the county record for state tourney appearances with 5, 1936, 61, 64, 73 and 77. However, Elyria has never won a state tournament game. Roy Clymer was the coach in 1936, and Dale Reichenbach, the school's winningest coach with 216 victories in 13 years, led the 1961 and 64 teams. Clymer's team entered the tournament with a mediocre record of 9-11 but surprised the sectional field at Berea with wins over Berea, Cathedral Latin and Euclid Shore. At the district tournament at Kent State, Elyria upset Akron Central 29-27 to qualify for the 16-team field to be played at the Fairgrounds Coliseum in Columbus. Unfortunately, the luck ran out in a sudden overtime loss to Findlay, 13-12. Elyria was led that year by Joe Scott, part of the Elyria Sports Hall of Fame's first class inducted in 1972. Reichenbach's 2 state qualifiers were considered Cinderellas. In 1961, Elyria didn't even win its conference but caught fire at the end of the season. A 47-33 loss at Sandusky gave the Pioneers an 11-5 record, but Elyria reeled off 9 straight wins, including 7 in the tournament, to qualify for the Final Four. At the regional, a turnaround jump shot by its first All-Ohio player, Lee Johnson, gave Elyria a 44-42 sudden win over Lima in the Toledo regional semifinal. The Pioneers won easily over Toledo Libby, 68-51, to qualify for a trip to St. John Arena in Columbus, only to lose a heartbreaking 54-52 game to eventual champion Portsmouth. In 1964, Elyria had a dream tournament run after finishing the regular season at just 11-7 with 2 straight losses at the end. In the tournament, Reichenbach found the magic again, leading the Pioneers to their record-setting 9th straight district championship by beating previously undefeated Rhodes 43-42 at Baldwin Wallace. Chester Ross' free throw broke the tie with 2 seconds left and he was instructed to purposely miss the second free throw to give the Rams even less time to try to win the game. The next weekend, Elyria survived a 4-overtime marathon at Bowling Green to beat Toledo Devil Biss 47-45 on a Mike Fisher rebound basket as time expired. Fisher stood only 5'8" but somehow got the rebound in the basket. The next night, Elyria beat Lexington 56-47 to qualify for the state tourney. The bubble burst against tall, rangy Cleveland East 58-31 at St. John Arena. McRiley took the Pioneers to the state tournament in 1973 and 77. Perhaps the best chance Elyria had to win the state title came in 1973 against Cincinnati Elder. A controversial